Got one idea that I'm especially psyched out of my mind about. You know, it's one of those ideas where you're just like, yes!
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Dave Flynn?
On the radio.
Hold on to your butts.
Hey there, welcome to Dave Flynn on the radio, the #1 blogcast on the internet. I'm Dave Flynn, and since reading is hard, I'm gonna do it for you. Today, on our 4th anniversary, we are talking about predictions and why they're so damn hard. Whether it's a blog post or a project or your next big business idea. This episode will help you stop overthinking those outcomes and focus on showing up consistently and putting yourself in the path of opportunities you can't even see coming. We'll draw on insights from Nassim Taleb, Jeff Bezos, Scott Adams, and a few of my own misfires over the years. You can find more stories and essays like this at winwithflynn.com. But if you are ready, I'm ready. Let's jump into the show. 4th anniversary, February 9th, 2026. You can't predict. This year, one post accounted for roughly 65% of my website traffic. Not my best writing. Not my most personal piece, not anything I'd have predicted. It was The Soft American, a post about JFK's op-ed in Sports Illustrated, a call to action for America to get fit, just a few months before he took the oath of office. I published it on December 26, 2024, as part of my ongoing On This Day series. Kennedy's original was published on December 26, 1960. It was nothing more than a historical curiosity, something I found interesting, something I agreed with, and something I'd seen as an issue with the children I'd coached. In addition to highlighting the fitness test and its origins, I also pushed for its return and highlighted the mistakes our elected leaders made in the dissolution of the previous program. Then President Trump announced he was reinstating the presidential fitness test, and suddenly everyone wanted to know about Kennedy's fitness crusade. Maybe they wanted to understand my point of view as well. Citizens Free Press linked it, the Washington Post linked it, and my little corner of the Flinternet got a tsunami of visitors looking for some context on a 64-year-old essay. I didn't see it coming. How could I? Nassim Taleb calls these Black Swans, high-impact events that are impossible to predict beforehand but seem obvious in hindsight. We're terrible at forecasting them, yet they shape most of what matters. The same applies to creative work. The posts that land, the ideas that spread, the pieces that resonate, they refuse to be predicted. Scott Adams discovered his own lack of predictive powers while creating Dilbert. Some strips came to him instantly. Great idea, quick execution, plenty of time to polish it and publish it. Others he'd struggle with until minutes before the deadline. His readers couldn't tell which was which. The effort invested, the value he put on the idea, and his own personal evaluation of the work had zero correlation with what resonated. This is the nature of power laws. A small number of inputs produce a vast majority of outputs. In content, in business, in life, the distribution is never even. One post does the work of 50. One client pays the bills. One conversation changes your trajectory. Jeff Bezos talks about this in the context of business. He says, in baseball, no matter how well you connect with the ball, you can only get 4 runs. The success is capped at 4 runs. But in business, every once in a while, you step up to the plate and you hit the ball so hard, you get 1,000 runs. It works in technology, investing, and in creative work too. You can hit a 100-run homer. The outliers aren't slightly better than the average. They are categorically different. So what do you do with this information? Well, understand that you can't predict the 100-run homers. All you can do is put a good swing on the ball. The soft American wasn't my best swing. It wasn't an idea people were clamoring for. It was just an area of interest, and I wanted to put the idea in play. It happened to meet the moment. You can chase trends and optimize for virality, but it sounds like a real drag. I think I'll just keep showing up, week after week, year after year, and give luck a chance to find me once again. There we have it. That's the pod. Thank you for listening. If you like what you hear, please share it with a friend. Give it a thumbs up. And if you've got a few extra seconds, give it a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you are listening. The engagement will make you feel so good, and it'll help other people find the show. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
All right, there you go, America. I love you. I'm proud of you. I mean it.
We gotta go.
We gotta go. This is great.